Hey guys, AKIL'S here. I want to pop in and share with you one of the trading ideas that we had today in our live trading room. It's going to come on the euro dollar, and it's going to be both, I guess, an intermediate swing trading opportunity here on the hourly, but it's also a potential trading opportunity on the 15-minute chart as well for you day traders out there. So what we initially had was a head and shoulders pattern. We had about 4 or 5 of these across the market today, but we'll concentrate on this one. The head and shoulder pattern looks like this. It starts with a directional move, this swing low to swing high. We then get a little bit of a retracement right there, followed by an extension and then a move back down to that original retracement level. We're going to call that the neckline, followed by a failed extension higher, and then ultimately a move back down to the neckline. And if we can violate that neckline, meaning break and close below, then we have a valid pattern. If we cannot violate it, then we don't have a valid pattern. So we're waiting for the violation of that. Now, real important 2 things. One, with the neckline, there's 2 ways to draw it on. There is the connect the dots way, where you have like an upward slanting trend line where you connect the first move right here to the second move. And you can see this trend line right here is slightly drifting upwards. Or you can just take a horizontal line at the lowest point of the neck and use that as your violation point. As far as the projection to the downside, there's a few ways we can do this using different tools, but to keep things short and simple, what I'm going to identify is the consolidation zone right before this elephant candle. Now, for you guys that are on the tier 1 trading platform, I apologize, YouTubers, just hang on real quick. We did a great lesson on elephant candles, aka supply and demand zone today in the live room, and I even gave you some homework that will make life a lot easier for you, so make sure you go check out that recording. But this is the zone in which I would look for price action to come to. Now, here on the hourly, and we're about 2 minutes away from the close, which is perfect timing for this video, we have to adjust this line a little bit down just because this green candle before it spiked down a little bit. So in about 2 minutes, we will know whether we have a violation of that level or not if we're using the horizontal line. However, if you were someone on the 15-minute chart, and we'll peek at the range bar charts later because we actually had an opportunity earlier on that, you're going to see, as I adjust this back to our original mark, we actually did have a break and close below right there, and this was right before the whole CPI mess came out. So the trading signal technically would have been right here, but I can understand if you weren't trading during that time. So what we're looking at now is a secondary signal because we have a fresh break of this low, so a new structure low, and now another retest of this level. So what we're looking for is we're looking for price action to push back into the zone once again, and then looking to trade it down. Now, where the range bar came into play, 8 range bar right here, is very similar to the 15-minute chart. So on the 15-minute chart, I told you that we had a violation right here, and then we pushed up during CPI news, right, which things got all wild, and we just get like all this wackiness with the chart, right? And there's no real place to get involved because we have a big candle, a big wick to the upside, and we spike down, we spike back up, and we do all the funny things that happen when funny mental news comes out. However, why I love range bars, right, is because it cleans up that mess because the candles aren't printed based off a specific time duration and rather the movement of the market. It gives us a nice clearer picture. So all of that mumble jumble junk that we saw was pretty much this right here in the charts. You can see we got a nice clearer entry right here on the range bar chart, which could have been used as your entry. So I'm sure some of you guys are already in the trade, but if you're not, again, we have our fresh break here. Let's see if we can get another pullback into this zone and then a secondary opportunity to ride it down. So hopefully we get some movement in the market. If so, I will be back and follow up on this video. If not, I'll just leave it as is, and I think it's a cool lesson regardless. So fingers crossed, I'll see you again. All right, gang, I'm back. It's about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Sorry, I don't have the camera up. I just rushed in after lunch, but wanted to give you guys a nice little recap on the idea we spoke about earlier today. As you can see, price action came down and boom, it came exactly to our profit target. So yay for making a good prediction. Unfortunately, it never gave us an opportunity to get involved. You can see we did get the retracement back into previous structure support after broken became resistance. Unfortunately, there was no entry reason in this area. Even on the range bar charts where sometimes we get some more clues, there was nothing you could have done here either. Let me just try a 5 range real quick to see if that makes it any different just in hindsight. And nah, there's nothing that could have been done here. So this is trading, and this puts in a good lesson. We talk about this all the time with the traders on the platform. This is something, this trade is already completed. So although we are retracing back into our previous level of structure, you should no longer be looking for reasons for entry because the move has already been made. And what that means is that the trade has played itself out, and it's okay to look for price to go from A to B the first time. I think it's a bad idea to look for price to go from A to B, then after it already went to B, go back to C, and then go to B again. I think it's a much more risky situation. So what do we do in scenarios like this? Here's the secret. I click the right mouse button, I go to remove drawing tools, and boom, I start my analysis over with a fresh slate. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Wish it would have turned out better and I could have showed you some cool trading stuff, but hey, this is a different version of cool trading stuff, and this is the reality of trading and not all the other fluff that you see out there on the internet. So like if you liked the video, comment if you have any questions, subscribe to the channel, that way you don't miss my next video, and until next time, plan your trade, trade your plan. Take care.